welcome to Real Talk with Chris and Travis. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram at Real Talk with Chris and Travis. So, we're going to get into it, man. Today we're talking about why do disabled people need to be confident? That's a good question.
Yeah, I feel like you should be confident just to feel good about yourself.
That's a good point. I also think that when you're confident, people can see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that kind of helps people when they feeling down and they see a disabled person and you just like oozing with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
They like, how? You know what I'm saying? So you get a chance to kind of tell them about your life and it kind of help them to kind of be not down in the dumps, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I feel like I started building confidence in myself when I was younger. You know, my mom used to always speak life into me.
Oh, that's good.
So,
man, that's good.
That helped to make me feel like, you know, I can conquer anything I put my mind to.
Man, I remember, like, my parents, you know, they spoke life into me, too. But I think my confidence kind of took off when I kind of started getting out more and started having, you know, more experiences with the world around me. Mm-hmm. Then I kind of realized, like, hey, you know what? I can do everything.
Yeah.
You know, even though some stuff have to be adjusted, I still do it. You know, so, and you know, as a human being, you're supposed to grow. So, some experiences I had gave me confidence in one area, but I ain't have confidence in another area. Mm-hmm. And I remember, like, when I started getting jobs and started working, I started getting more confidence in the areas I was low in because I was around more people. I got to experience different things. And then, of course, you know, y'all know if you follow the podcast, you know, I met my wife and a couple of areas where I was low on the confidence, it skyrocketed. You know, so I say, you know, confidence is kind of like a muscle.
Yeah.
You know, you might be born with it and that muscle might be small, but the more things you step out and try and experience, that muscle will grow.
Oh yeah, I feel like I started building confidence too, like in school, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, meeting different girls or whatever, you know. Liking girls liking me, that helps to build your confidence too. And, you know, the more you do it, I mean, you start getting better and you start feeling better about yourself, you know.
Right.
So it's like you were saying, that muscle, the more you use it,
right,
the stronger it gets.
You know, and a lot of the confidence that I had, it came from my relationship with God, you know, just being real. I prayed a lot, you know what I'm saying, read the Bible and stuff like that, and I believe what he put in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so he said you fearfully and wonderfully made, that meant, you know, I was attractive, I was strong, I was smart, you know what I'm saying? So I you know, took God at his word. Mm-hmm. And that gave me confidence.
Yeah.
You know. Now, some things I had to learn as I went through life, you know what I'm saying? And as I learned, my confidence grew.
Yeah.
You know, the more stuff you know, the better off you are. You know? Yeah. So, you know, basically, if you're a person who struggles with your confidence, I say, you know, don't give up on yourself. Whatever it is that you want out of life, whatever it is you're trying to do, it just might not be your season for it. But just hang in there. It is coming.
I feel like whatever you lack confidence in, you should take baby steps into conquering that, into building up that confidence. Like,
yeah.
I say if you struggle with, I don't know, maybe like
talking to people,
talking to females.
Okay.
I say you should take baby steps into doing that. Maybe, you know, just say hey. That's it. Just keep going.
Right.
You know. And next time, say hey, how you doing?
Right.
Just baby steps, you know.
I remember reading a post on Instagram that was talking about ways to build your confidence, mm-hmm. and one of the steps that they listed was find something that's hard for you to do, and do it every day.
Yeah.
Do something hard every day, because once you figure out that you can do something that was difficult for you to do, mm-hmm. it will give you more confidence.
Right.
You know, so, you know, if you struggle with your confidence, think about something that's difficult for you to do. And that's not going to be hard for you to figure out because you're not going to be confident in that area. So the way you get confident in that area is to do it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times people with disabilities probably suffer with maybe feeling accepted.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one.
Because, you know, people might stare and might say things, so it kind of makes you kind of want to be standoffish, kind of like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I say just get around people who accept you and, you know,
Start from there.
look at you for who you are and you know, don't care about the disability or whatever. You know?
Right. You know, you should never limit yourself based off of somebody else.
Right.
You know, even if you were born with limitations or something happened that caused you to be limited,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can still enjoy life. You can still live.
Yeah.
You know, God still have a purpose for you. You still have gifts and talents and abilities and different things like that that He wants to use.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you just have to, you know, it's kind of like running a race.
Yeah.
We all got different hurdles to jump. This just might be one of yours. So take your time. Take them baby steps like Travis said. And one day you're going to jump that hurdle and see that it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I mean, just to piggyback off what you said, you know, when I first started working, you know, that kind of built my confidence too, because I used to always want a job, and I was like, man, my friends got jobs, and you know, I kind of felt like, man, will I ever get a job?
Yeah, I had that feeling too.
Yeah. And then next it was, you know, driving. You know, so like everybody got their own vehicles, and you know,
Yep, that was huge for me too.
confidence kind of low. I was like, man, will I ever drive? And that happened.
I know. Now you be all over the world.
So I mean, it's like, you know, you may lack that confidence, but you gotta always believe like it will happen.
Yep. You know, if you don't believe in you, nobody else will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes as human beings, we wait for somebody to come along and push us and give us that nudge and you can do it. But sometimes you might not have nobody in your corner. It might just be you and God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if He say you can do it, then you can do it and you go forward.
Right.
You know? Sometimes you might be all you have. You know? And, you know, in my life, I had a wonderful sister. I have a wonderful sister and two loving parents, you know, before I met my wife. And they were my support. They were my cheerleading station. But I realized, like, had they not pushed me, had they not said I could do things, would I have been bold enough to be like, well, they not here for me, but I'm here for me. You know, so
Yeah.
would that have been enough for me to get out the house and go get a job and get my own place and all of that? You know? So it's all about how you see you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you are facing you. Even if you got people that care about you, you know, if those people are gone, you still got to care about you. You know?
I feel like traveling also boosts your confidence too, because when you get out of your environment and you see other cultures, you may see other people with disabilities and how they live and how they're moving and making things happen.
Yep.
You be like, oh man,
You're going to learn something new.
yeah, that kind of, you know, boosts your confidence too. Like if they can do it, I can do it too.
Right. You know? And see, like for me, because I got a family and everything, I want us to travel, but I want us to be safe too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I want us to travel so that I can expose my kids to other things other than Louisiana, which, I mean, my kids have already, like, been to Florida a couple times and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got to go back because my baby girl was really, really, really small when we went. So, but, you know, you have to get out and experience life. That's the only way that your confidence is going to grow. That's the only way you're going to know what you're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Reading something in a book is one thing, but when you actually do it, it's a whole different experience.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, reading something in a book compared to doing it, I'd rather do it every time.
Me too. You know, so
You know, I mean, it's
you know, you gotta get out of your comfort zone and, like Travis said, taking baby steps. You know, getting out of your comfort zone don't have to be nothing dramatic or drastic. You know, if you're a person who stay in the house a lot and you're able to go around the block, whether it's in a wheelchair or walking with a walker or whatever, if you're able to make that walk around the block, go walk around the block once a day.
man.
Just to see what you can see, who you might meet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like to walk just, you know, to keep my legs strong and stuff like that. Now, I don't walk as much as I should. I just recently started back walking. And when I walk around the block, you know, out of my house, when I left out the house to go around the block, there was a guy that pulled up in the street, and I was on the sidewalk a couple driveways down, and he was like, "Hey," just like that, "Hey man, what your daddy been up to?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" And he backed the car up, and he was like, "Hey man, what's up, Chris, man? How your daddy doing?" And I'm like, he good, he working. You know, like I ain't had no clue who this dude was. He was like, "Man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So your dad's still working like crazy, man. I'm retired, man. I live right there on the next street. Let me know if you ever need anything, you know." And I'm like, okay. Like, I kind of froze, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a complete stranger. I don't know if I got to knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I learned, it's like, he was saying, he was just conversating with me because he knew my dad, you know? And he's just like you said, man, if you ever need anything, I'm on the next street. Now, I don't know what house this man stay in. I mean, but maybe when I'm walking on that street, he might be coming out of his house. "Yeah, I stay right here, man. Let me know if you need some help or anything." Well, that's a connect, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you network.
Right.
You know, I got things that I need, but I be, you know, my pride sometimes get in the way. And I be like, man, I ain't finna ask for no help. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. Sometimes God sets stuff up where you can't figure it out on your own. Because he wants you to be sociable. He wants you to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never know what another person going through. So, you know, that might be your opportunity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, that walk did me some good. It felt good physically, too. You know,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. My mind was nice and clear. You know, so, yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to do things to change who you are. And part of changing who you are is taking them baby steps, doing something hard, you know, do something that make you a little uncomfortable.
Right.
Because once you do stuff that's hard, you'll get comfortable with the process and you take off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, don't let life make you not have any confidence.
Right.
You can have it. You just got to work on it.
That's true. I mean, life will kind of knock you down time to time, but you gotta,
Get up.
you know, ignore the naysayers, the negativity, you know, the obstacles that's clouding your brain,
Yeah.
and still go for it, you know, to help
Yeah.
build that confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody says it's gonna be sweet.
Nope. Life is just a tea. You got to add your own sugar, my boy.
Oh yeah.
So,
Make a lemonade.
oh, yeah. Or popsicles or whatever's got sugar on it. Donuts. You gotta do it.
Right.
You know?
Create the life you want.
Yep. We all gonna start life in different parts. But, you know, a friend of mine said life is what you make it. So, Travis is a genius. He the one that said that. Just in case y'all was wondering. So, yeah, you know, life is really what you make it. And I know that maybe in the comments people gonna be like, well, what if you disabled to the point where you can't move anything? Y'all. I don't know what to say on that point.
You still can enjoy life to a certain aspect.
Yeah. Even if you got to have some help.
It don't matter.
The point we making is you don't have to let life beat you down.
Right.
You can beat life up. You know.
I mean, life is. I feel like I look at life like a boxing match, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we all in the boxing match. You know, you got these obstacles coming at you, knocking you down. You might fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Then you got your loved ones in your corner. You know, telling you, "Hey, get up, get up." Sometimes you might have to, you know, just close your eyes and just
Focus on the get up.
Just lay there and drown the noise out for a minute. Then you're gonna eventually open your eyes up and get back up and like, all right, come on, obstacles, let's go.
For real. That's good. It's a good analogy right there.
Let's go.
I told y'all that man was a genius.
I'm back in it. Let's go.
Bing, bing. But yeah, man. I think we gave some good tips today. You got anything else to add to it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, take baby steps, you know. Get out of your environment, you know, travel. And, you know, if it's just the next city over, the next state over, whatever.
For some people, it might just be the next block, you know, baby steps.
Whatever the case is. If it's a different scenery, you know.
Yep.
Just see something different, you know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you know, and as far as like confidence, when your confidence is good, your mind is more relaxed and you think better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for me, I don't drive, and people probably thought that I gave up on driving. But something me and my wife always talk about is when I get my money up, to the point where I want it to be at, I'm gonna buy a. It's gonna be like an electronic, I guess, a bike or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's made like a small motorcycle with an enclosure around it, but it's a different steering system than a regular vehicle, and I know I can steer a bike, so this should be easy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna just start with that, get the hang of driving that, get my motorcycle license so I can drive it legally, and once I feel confident driving that kind of vehicle, then I move on to the next one. I ain't give up on driving. I'm just making an adjustment.
I mean, sometimes it ain't giving up. You might take a minute to get back to it. Sometimes you gotta reset.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I've been reset for a long time. I was on a hard reset.
Hey,
But
long as
it's
you
better than nothing.
as long as you don't be like, I give up.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta pivot in life. That's all it is.
You don't never stop fighting.
Yeah, you gotta always pivot.
Yeah.
It's gonna always be obstacles.
All right, Coach Carter. We see you out here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add to it, man?
Nah, I'm good, man. This episode got me full, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram at Real Talk with Chris and Travis.
And stay tuned.
And we'll be back next week with another video.
Peace.
We out.